wonderful listeners. Sandy here. As you know, Shannon and I are taking a few weeks off after we have completed season 6 of Your Personal Power Pod to create some fun new episodes for you and also to do some self-care. In the meantime, we will be doing some power pops. Today, I am wondering if you have ever been stuck in traffic or having trouble dealing with your computers or having difficulty making somebody understand what you're trying to say. I'm sure you've all experienced those things because that is part of life. And what's happening is you're probably frustrated. Frustration is something that happens when there's a gap between what you want and what's actually happening. And it can occur in all kinds of areas. The important thing to understand is that frustration is what I call a cover-up emotion. It's an emotion that lets you know that something else is going on. Underneath the frustration, you might be angry, you might be afraid, you might be worried. And so the important thing is to identify what's going on, really. First, you have to label the frustration. What made me think about all this was that yesterday, my husband and I, each separately, were having issues with our technology. His computer wasn't doing what he needed it to do. Mine was also being wonky, and we were both very frustrated. What we did was each dealt with our own issues because he couldn't fix mine and I couldn't fix his, and we identified what was really going on. He was concerned that if his computer didn't get back online, he would miss an online meeting. That was really important to him. He was stressed over that. Once he identified what the concern was, the frustration went away, and he was able to text the people he was meeting with and let them know about the problem. I had a similar situation. Fortunately, I was able to stop and breathe and figure out what needed to happen so that I could move ahead. There is both healthy and unhealthy kinds of frustration. When you have healthy frustration, it can motivate you into problem solving. If you are stuck in traffic and afraid that you're going to be late for a gathering that you're supposed to attend, you can sit there and be angry at the traffic, or you can let people know that you might be late. If you're afraid you're going to run out of gas, you can identify the problem instead of sit there and being frustrated and take the first exit to find a gas station. Whenever you find yourself feeling frustrated, the first thing to do is pause and breathe. Taking even 60 seconds to breathe and relax and get your head clear can really help you re-engage your brain and start problem solving. And then name what's actually happening. Am I afraid I'm going to be late for the meeting? Am I concerned that my clients are going to be angry? Once you've done that, then you can move ahead and adjust your expectations by doing some problem solving. Just rework your plan and see how you can make things turn out the way you want. Once you are clear that frustration is what you're feeling, you can let go of the anger and the fear and all those other things that go with it and just deal with the situation. So remember, frustration isn't your enemy, but avoiding it is. If you never feel frustrated, you're probably not challenging yourself. You're staying in your comfort zone, which is nice and cozy, but you will never grow. So the goal isn't to eliminate frustration. It's to build the emotional skills to move through it without letting it control you. And developing that skill, like anything else, takes patience, awareness, and practice. So the next time you find yourself feeling frustrated with some situation, take a deep breath, step back, identify what is really going on and what you are really feeling, what the real issue is, and then take action. Thank you so much for joining me for this Power Pop. Shannon and I greatly appreciate you and are so glad we can all take this podcast journey together. As always, we would love to hear from you, so please share your thoughts so we can meet your needs as we move ahead. I hope you have a great week, and remember to find your power and claim your life.